Good morning and welcome to Gentle Yoga with Tanya. I'm Tanya. I'm so happy to be spending some time with you this morning. Before we get started, a few things to think about. I do have a little folded blanket here with me. We are going to be doing some poses today that we're going to hold a little longer than we normally do, and it helps sometimes to have that underneath a little folded blanket or a small pillow, just something to give yourself a nice little place to rest your hips. And we are going to move to standing in a little bit here, so please make sure that if you do need a little assistance in your shift from floor to stand today, that you have something nearby that you can hold on to. You can use a chair. All of these poses can be done from a chair today. If you'd like to use one, that's great. Do what you need to do to feel the best that you can feel in this moment. So let's begin our practice today by just holding your hand on your heart, taking a nice deep breath in, shoulders rounded and down. Let your eyes close if that's comfortable for you, and just breathe here. Noting the breath, noting your heartbeat. Notice that gentle rise of your abdomen as you inhale. And then notice it coming back towards your spine as you exhale. Think about the steadiness of that heartbeat. Just take it in. And then let's just bring some warmth into our hands. And as you're doing this, think about what your intent for being here today is. You can give yourself a word or a phrase that's going to inform or anchor your movements, or it could be just a way that you want to feel when we're done, or something that you hope to achieve personally today. And just allow those thoughts to just permeate and guide how you move today in our practice. And then once you have a little bit of warmth in your hands, I'm just going to very gently pulse here on our neck, working from the base of your skull down to the tops of your shoulders. It's really important when you start to feel your body tense and you start to feel that stress come in, that you just give yourself some space and just know that it's okay to feel that. Recognize how that stress feels in your body and in your mind. And then use some of these tools to lessen it as much as possible. So nice, right? Shake those hands out. Let's put your pinkies together and do a nice deep inhale. And then exhale, let your fingertips drop towards your shoulder blades and come forward to your collarbone. We're going to do that 2 more times. If going up all the way is not your thing today, your body is saying, no, Tanya, then just go this far. That's great too. That's it. If what your body is telling you that's far enough, then then absolutely that's where you will achieve the most benefit. Okay, so let's pinkies together, inhale. Exhale, fingertips glide forward. And it's not really a pressure here, it's just a nice little, I don't know what you call it actually, but it's just a nice little rub, we'll say, or a nice little brush. Breathing in. Last time, exhale. Very nice. I'm feeling some tightness in the neck here today. So let's do a little action with that, and we're going to breathe in and let your head turn to the right. So inhale here. And then as you exhale, just look over your right shoulder. And then inhale back to center. And then exhale over the left. Inhale back to center. Right. One more time each side. Last time. Very nice. Very nice. So this time when we exhale, I want you to just let your chin come towards your chest. And this isn't a big move. Your chin doesn't actually have to hit your chest. If you feel some tension here, I just want you to inhale in place. And then exhale, just let your eye gaze go towards the floor and the chin will follow. And then inhale, center. And then exhale down. Inhale, center. Exhale down. Last time, inhale, center. And this time, just let your ear drop towards your right shoulder. If you want to give it a little encouragement, you can give a gentle hold here on your head. If that's too intense, just keep the hand down. That's okay too. Just breathing here, a couple breaths here. And release. And then let your head go to the other side. And again, if you want to hold, go for it. One more breath here. And release. Very nice. Now take your right hand and you're going to just hold the back of your neck here, the scruff of your neck, if you will, and just give little quick, very, very quick, tiny head nods, yes. We say yes to life, right? Yes to all things that help us feel calm. Yes to all things that bring us joy. And even yes to things that we don't understand, right? Because there is always a gift there. And then we can do some no's. No, I will not be defined by the things I do not understand. No, I will not hold my breath when I am stressed. All of those things. Quick little nods and then release. That little shimmy shake. Anyone else feel a little tinkle of energy running through there? Let's do the other side. So a gentle hold here. It's not a grab. It's just a very gentle hold, like a mama dog does to hold her puppy scruff here. It's very gentle, and just super quick, small yeses while you're breathing. Nice and steady. And then the nose. Very nice. Now let's breathe in. Shoulders up to your ears and release with a sigh. Very nice. Breathing in. And sigh. One more time. Breathing in. Very, very nice. Let's do a little bit of cat-cow. We'll go to standing. Okay. So my hands are nice and open here, really noticing how firm they are in the ground, right? My shoulder is above my wrist. My hip is above my knee. We're going to just exhale here. And then inhale all the way through. Exhale here, tucking everything under. Inhale through. Exhale. Nice and slow, just building warmth in our bodies, stretching, and just sending love from top to bottom. Exhale, last time. Inhale, center. Exhale, look over your shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, look over your other shoulder. Inhale, center. 2 more times each side. Last time. So from here, we just put a little bit of, been using our wrists. So let's just do some nice wrist rolls here. Go the other direction. Very nice. Some little disco fingers. It's an official yoga term, disco fingers. But you have to do the whoop whoop after it. Shake them out. And we are going to come to a standing. So however feels safe for you. If you are a practitioner that likes to do a downward dog and then a step up, great. If you want to just do a little step like this, like I do from a squat, great. However you get up, if you're holding a chair or the wall, just make sure that your neck is the last thing to straighten. We're going nice and steady here. Inhale up. Feels good, right? It's nice. Very nice, very nice. Let's keep your feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. We're just going to do some swings here. If your knees feel tender and you feel like the twist on this is not your thing, you can just swing right here. Just keep it low, right? But if you want to go a little deeper And you can get your gaze back toward that opposite heel. Please go ahead and do that as well. Get a nice swing on. Loosen everybody up. Welcome everybody to the party. Hit the wall. Whatever you need to do. And let's stop that motion. Very nice. And we're going to do some pats. So we're just going to cup your hand. Just going to start over your shoulder. You can bring your feet in if you want. Just make sure your knees are nice and supple here, nice and bent. No locked knees. I'm just giving gentle pats. It's not a slap, it's just a pat. Going all the way down your arm, just saying hey to our lymph system. Making sure it's awake. Making sure it's moving through our body efficiently. And keeping us healthy. Right? Nice little cluster under here, so give that side some attention. Very nice. Let's do the other side. Going back only as far as you feel comfortable. There's no, there's no right or wrong in terms of how far back. Because if you're going where you are comfortable going, then you are in the right spot. If you push too far, you won't see the benefits that you want to see. Right under here again, we've got our clustersons here. And then I'm just going to take one hand and go across, helicopter moment. Very nice, just go across. Waking up that nice cluster we have here and then working your way down and up. Still breathing as you do. Take note if you're holding your breath. Take a breath. And then both hands around the rib cage. Up and down. Not too far back. That's fine there. Very nice. Let's shake that out. Okay. And we are going to do chair pose and high lunge. And then combine them, okay? So for chair pose, we're gonna just stand. If it's comfortable for you, you can stand with your big toes together. If you need a little bit more of a base there, separate them, that's totally fine. So we're just gonna put your feet, either your toes together or just let your feet be apart a little bit. Take a nice deep inhale in. Shoulders down and separated, and then find your seat. Beautiful. And let's come up again. Inhale and release. Okay, we'll do it from this side too. So again, I have my toes together. If it's more comfortable and steady for you to separate a little, please do that. Or if you'd like to do chair pose with a chair, please do that as well. Okay, so feet together here, toes together rather. Breathing in. Shoulders down and separated. Exhale and have a seat. So you want to make sure that you got a nice hold here, right? You're squeezing here, your glutes are squeezed, and that you can still give those toes a wiggly wiggles, right? You still want to be able to wiggle your toes here. If you're too far forward, it's something completely different than what you're hoping for. So you want to make sure that you're solid here in your base and that you can still wiggle those toes. Breathing here. Inhale. And release. Hands to heart center. Very nice. Let's do that one more time. So I'm going to turn sideways because we're going to move into high lunge after this. So breathing in, shoulders down and separated, exhale and have a seat. Kick that back so you can make sure you can still see those toes and they're still a wiggling. Breathing here. Sinking a little lower if you can, and then inhale up. Hands to your heart center. So as we move into high lunge and when we go back to chair, if having your arms up is not your thing today, no problem. You can put them on your hand, you can put your hands on your hands. You can put your hands on your hips. There it is. That's what I wanted to say. You can put your hands on your hips. Okay, or you can keep them straight out in front too, if that's okay. If you still like that, how that extension feels, but you're just not into going up so high, just put them out like here. Totally fine. So for high lunge, I'm going to move my feet apart a little bit. I'm going to take a deep breath in, and I'm going to take my right foot and just step it back. Okay, so how far back you go is only something only you know is comfortable, okay? And then I'm going to adjust my feet a little bit just so that I feel like I'm in a good spot here. I'm looking at my knee, and I want to make sure it's over my ankle, okay? And then my back knee, you can bend back here if you want, or you can keep it straight. If this having your toes forward doesn't feel great, you can turn it in for more of a warrior one. Totally your call. But we're going to breathe in here and exhale. Very nice. And then inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Squeezing again here in your abs area and back here around your glutes. You want to make sure that they're giving you a nice solid base here. Tuck that tailbone in. Breathing here. Coming up, bring your feet together. And this is the great one to use. The wall is support or the chair is support if your balance is not with you today. Okay, so we're going to breathe in. Exhale the left leg back now. And again, bending if you want. Straightening if you want. Wherever you want to feel it today. And then do your safety check here. Make sure that your knee is above your ankle on this front leg. Okay, and you want to make sure that everything is nice and tucked and that those hips are as forward as you can get them. Breathing here, exhale. Inhale up. Exhale down. Keeping that knee nice and strong and straight in the front. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in, come all the way up. Very nice. Now from here, I want you to breathe in. Exhale, give me a chair. Sweet. Breathing in. Exhale, give me a high lunge with that right leg going back. Hands here if you want. Breathing in, step your feet back together. Exhale, back to chair. One more, you can do it. Inhale up. Exhale, give me that left leg high lunge. Breathing here. Inhale up. Last time, exhale, chair. Breathing in. Hands together and exhale to your heart center. Beautiful. Well done. That sequence is really, really great for building strength in your ankles and for building strength in your quads here. And one of the reasons that that's really important is because it helps keep our knees strong, helps keep our hips strong. They all feed into each other. So we keep each little piece strong, we can keep everybody happy. Okay, so that felt really good. Let's do a little bit of a breathing exercise, and then we'll go back down to the floor and do some nice stretches. Okay, lean a little on the yin side for our second portion of class today. So let's breathe in. I just put my feet close together. I don't know why. You can keep them hip width apart if you want. We're going to breathe in here. And exhale. Breathing in. And exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. This time when you breathe in, I want you to either out loud or mentally, whichever, to count to 4. Ready? So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it and then release. Mentally, I guess, is better, because if you're counting out loud, Tanya, then I'm not breathing properly. Good catch. So, you know. So breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and hold. And exhale, 2, 3, 4. Your 10-second breath, right? Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, and release. Hold. Beautiful. Let's go back down to the mat, however it feels good for you. Take an inhale. You can go into a down dog, or you can go into a swan dive, or you can just gently squat. However feels great for you is how you should come down. So before we do, I was going to stretch our hips. Let's do one more here. Come back into table. Okay. You want to go into a nice wide pose here. My toes are together. My knees are out past the edges of my mat. I'm giving myself a nice wide base here. And I'm just going to slide my arms forward. They are straight, but you do want to make sure you got a little bend in the elbows so you're not locking them. Let my forehead come to the mat and just breathe here. Little heart melting pose. If you do need a little extra support on this one, you can put a pillow under your head if you want, or if you need a little support under here, go ahead. If you're feeling weird in the knees, you can put something behind here. Whatever you need to do to feel super comfortable, because we are going to stay in this pose for a little bit. So just feel yourself just melting into here, breathing as you do. Noticing if you feel your chest lowering closer to the floor with each breath. Do you feel anything in your inner thigh, that nice stretch that's happening there? The gentle beating of your heart. One more sequence here, breathing in for 4. Hold and breathe out for 4. And hold. And as you inhale, gently walk your hands back towards your center. Unwind your spine and let your head be the very last thing to come up. And then, feels so good, you guys. All right, so from here, I want us to just take stock for a second and how we're feeling. While we do that, I am gonna sit up on my little blanket here, and I want us to just do a heart check-in again. You may notice a little bit of an elevated rate from our chair lunge sequence. So just give yourself a moment here. Take stock of how you are feeling. Let's stretch those legs out. Roll the ankles. Nice. And switch directions. Beautiful. Let's take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, come forward. Inhale up. Give yourself a little bit of an opening here, and you're just going to massage the knees. Starting from the outside and working your way in and around. Just a very gentle massage here. It's a little light brushing almost, but in a circular motion. Right? As you're breathing. Very nice. So now let's take our hands and we're going to do some pats like we did before, just completing the love to our lymph system. Active pats. You have a nice little cluster in here, so make sure those guys get some attention. Bring your legs together, go around the back, be super gentle in the kidney area. Down along the sides, up the top. Great, we're going to do that again. Inhale up, exhale forward. Inhale. And massage circles. Beautiful. Some more pats, please. Always being gentle with yourself. Remember, these aren't slaps. These are gentle pats coming around the back side. Again, super tender. And then you can have a little bit of a heartier pat where you have a little more padding. That's fine. Last time. Inhale up, shoulders down and separated. Exhale forward. Inhale. Knee circles. And I can say anecdotally, there are some areas, in this area in particular, where it's the little spider veins were starting to make a little appearance. And after doing this regularly, I can say from my own experience that there's definitely a lessening of that. Not a cure at all, but just a nice way to encourage your systems in your body to work at full capacity. That's what I will say. Pats, right? We still have a lot of information that we need to learn about from our lymph system. But we do know that we can try to keep it activated and happy. We can do our best. Very nice. So from here, let's come into a little bit of a butterfly. And I will say this for all of these seated poses. We are going to hold them for a little bit. And I'm going to be rounding my spine in them. If that's not comfortable for you, if that puts too much pressure on your neck when you go forward, you can do it with a chair, okay? Especially any of the forward bends, you can do it so that you're holding onto your chair in this way, or you can have a pillow or something here. One of the really effective ones for me is to have the blanket underneath. So just do what you need to do to be safe. But if rounding is not okay for you, just don't round and just go as far as is comfortable, okay? And like I said, we are going to be holding it for just a little bit. So let's breathe in here. Exhale. We're just going to hinge a little bit from this area just to see how it feels. Test the waters a bit. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Inhale up. Last time. This time we are going to just sink into this pose. And when we're in it, I do want you to try to consider using the 10-second breath. The in for 4, hold, out for 4, hold. Give that a whirl and see if that helps make this movements easier. I also have my feet just out here where it's comfortable for me. If you're somebody that feels super comfy coming in a little, great. Or if you want to extend them out a little, that's fine too. So breathing in here. And exhale, release forward. Notice how your body feels as we hold in this pose longer. Do you feel yourself changing in where your body is relaxing? Do you feel any kind of tug in a new area? Just something to notice as we hold for one more minute. And on your next inhale, very, very gently work your way back up, letting your head be the last thing to come up. And let your shoulders just roll back and reset. And then just let your legs come open only as far as is comfortable for you. We are going to do some stretches where we're going to be forward, we're going to be to the side, and to the side. So if you need a little bit more of a boost now that you kind of got an idea for what your hips need to do, you can grab another pillow or a blanket. If your knees are feeling super tender today, You can make sure that your feet are flexed, and or you can bend them up a little bit or put something underneath. That's okay too. Okay? So however you need to be safe and still feel the most benefit from these upcoming stretches. So we're going to breathe in here. We're going to exhale and just come forward a little bit. And then inhale up. Seeing how that feels. Let's inhale here. Exhale and forward. Inhale up. So same thoughts apply to this as the last one. If completely releasing and rounding does not feel good for you, then please don't do it. You can stay like this, or again, make use of your chair. I keep looking this way because I have a chair over here, just so you know. You can use the chair or a bolster or whatever you have handy. If you have a nice cozy pillow, you can put that in front and just lean towards that too. It's all good, my friends. All good. So let's take a nice deep breath here. Exhale. And just release down as far as you're comfortable. Almost instantly, I feel this really lovely stretch behind my hamstrings. And I can feel a little bit in here in my lower back area, and it's just amazing. So just let your body release. You can creep your hands out a little bit if you want, whatever you need to do. We're going to be here for a little bit. Think of that 10-second breath, breathing in. Hold, breathing out. Hold. About 1 minute in. Notice how your breathing is. Notice how your body feels. If you're starting to feel any kind of intensity in terms of pain, please, as quickly but gently as you can, come out of the pose. But if you can hang in there for another minute, let's do so. And very, very, very gently walk your hands back in. You can relax your feet, give them a little wind around here, bend your knees, give a little shake. We're going to go back in. We're going to take a nice deep inhale. And then you're just going to exhale over to your right. And here you just really want to think about avoiding this forward motion. You really just want to be on a nice side twist here. And it doesn't matter how far you go over, you really just want to go until you feel this nice elongation through here. No stress, no strain, just a little stretch. Breathing here. We're not going to hold this one as long. And on your next inhale, release up. Very nice. Other side. Inhale up. And exhale over. And eye gaze, you can look towards your underarm there. You can look towards whatever's beyond on that side. You can let your eye gaze go forward. You really just want to make sure that you're in a nice position and you're not leaning over. Okay? Keeping those knees nice and soft, no stress or strain there. Flexing if you need to or if you want to. One more breath here. And on your next inhale, come up. Windshield wiper action. Release those hips. Woo. Nice work, you guys. All right. Let's move this out from underneath. We are going to do a quick little child's pose just to give ourselves a nice little reset here before we go any further. So just come back. You can let your hands come to your sides and just hang out for a brief moment here. And on your next inhale, come up. We're going to lay down on your belly. Put your arms out in front like this, like as if you're, a 10-year-old watching TV maybe. Put your head on your hands. I'm going to breathe in here. And then I want you to just pivot your hands so that your elbows come in just a little bit, your hands go out, and your back is in this nice little mini arch here. Little sphinx. So some things to think about. If this is too intense for your back right now, you can bring it down a little and do more of a cobra. That's okay too. But if you can hang out with us here, that's great. You can also put a little bolster under here, this area, if you need to. We are going to stay here for a minute, and you just want to think about your shoulders staying away from your ears. You want to think about your legs and make sure that they're sort of grounding in to the mat here so that you really feel and notice how your feet and your legs feel, giving you that nice firm base. Just breathing here. Think of your 10-second breath. Breathing in for 4. Hold and exhale for 4. And hold. make sure that your teeth are unclenched. Your eye gaze, it always helps me to look up just a little bit, and that helps me feel like I'm still staying in the right position. But if you do need to lower it, that's okay too. Really just where you feel comfortable and safe. I will say that this is really, really, really amazing for your lower back. And you may definitely feel some tenderness after this in a good way, but just a heads up. Couple more breaths here. And on your next exhale, I want you to lower. Make yourself that nice little space. I'm going to turn my head here and I'm going to release my leg up. And just release here. Just a couple breaths. And then release that side. Let your head turn to the other side and bring the other leg up just a little bit. Just enjoying that nice little moment of release here. And on your next exhale, bring the leg down. And we're going to come on up. All the way through in whatever way feels good for you. We're going to relax back. Slowly lower down one vertebra at a time and do a nice sacral massage here. Just thinking of your inhale and your exhale and how steady it is. Switching directions. Very nice. We've done a lot with our hips today, so I think a little happy baby pose might be in order. So go ahead and just keep your knees bent. You want to think about your hip and keep it on the floor. And you can reach for, option time, friends, your toes, or you can reach here for your heels, or you can just reach the top of your feet. It truly is whatever is comfortable for you and is going to give you the best stretch for your body. But whichever way you choose, you want to think about directing your knees towards your hips, and you'll feel it in a really good way. And I'm also using my arms to just let my thighs come out just a little bit, just so I get that nice stretch. And we're just going to breathe here. Our 10-second breath. Inhale. Exhale. more breath cycle here. And gently release. I'm going to do a little hip stretch and then go into Shavasana. Okay? So, from here, I'm going to straighten my left leg. I'm going to I'm going to hitch my hips back a little bit towards the right. Let my right leg come over, only as far as is comfortable. And I'm concentrating on keeping my shoulders flat on the mat, arms out to the side. And I'm going to let my head drop over to the right. And just breathe here for just a few breaths. And on your next inhale, just switch that up. I'm going to go to the left, so I'm straightening my right leg. I'm kicking my hips over to the left a little bit, letting that left knee drop, but really concentrating on my shoulders being nice and firm for me on the ground. So I have a nice steady base. Breathing here. You can wind the leg if you feel comfortable doing that as well, just for one more breath. And on your next exhale, just release. And we are going to get ready for Shavasana. So whatever you need to do to get comfortable for Shavasana, now is the time to do it. If you want to remove eyeglasses, if you want to grab a blanket, some people get a little chilly. If you need some support in the knees, you can keep them upright like this. Or if you have a nice big pillow, you can just let them hang on the pillow. Whatever you need to do to get nice and comfy. And just let your body fall into place here. Shoulders are down and firm on the mat. Just take a moment here and breathe with me. I'm going to breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and hold. And release. 2, 3, 4, hold. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and hold. And release. 3, 4, and hold. Last time, best you can do. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and hold. And release. 2, 3, 4. And now just letting your breathing become natural. Let your thoughts focus on how each part of your body feels. Turn your attention to your toes and mentally release them. Say to them, it's okay to relax. Move your attention to your shins and your calves. It's okay to relax. To our knees. Mentally thank our knees for supporting us, for allowing us flexibility in our bending. And say it's okay to release. thighs and the hips. We thank them for their strength and their support. And we give them this time to relax. Your belly, your chest. Note the gentle steadiness of your breath. And just let your shoulders, your belly, your chest relax. Your chin, eyes, all parts of you are allowed this time. There is nothing left to do but breathe. Allow every breath to bring this sensation of peace. Allow every breath to bring a calmness to your thoughts, a kindness to your thoughts, love to your thoughts. And as you absorb these sensations of relaxation, calm, kindness, and love, begin to very, very gently just wiggle your toes. Open and close your hands. And just begin to stretch in any way that just feels good. You can bring your knees into your chest. No rush. And just very gently rock from side to side, going all the way left and all the way right if you can. And then when you get to the side that feels strongest for you today, come all the way over and hold. And come on up. Give yourself a moment here. May today there be peace within. May you trust you are exactly where you are meant to be. May you not forget the infinite possibilities born of your faith. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.